What up? What up? What up? So I'm gonna continue on, and I'm going to touch on the topic. Like I said, I'm gonna speak about all sports from my point of view, and give my point of view of how I feel about sports. So I want to speak about Bronny James, LeBron, the son of LeBron James. He's decided to enter the NBA draft. He decided to forego college to pursue his NBA career. I'm in full support, and as you can see, his father and his mother are in full support of him, I believe, because they're possibly allowing him to make the decision himself. To touch on being a parent and having a child, it's very important to cultivate your child or cultivate your children to allow them to reach their full potential. And then once they become a certain age and they become a person who's pursuing their career, and they feel like they have everything that they need, we feel like they have everything they need to be successful, it's important for you to allow them to reach their goal or to become who they are. Not saying you allow your child to become a loser or so forth and so on. When they become a certain age, you have to continue to encourage them to be successful. So I think that everyone else should take that approach as far as looking at this Bronny James situation. He's a young adult. Clearly, he's finished high school. He's went to college. He dedicated himself to his craft. As you can see, it's paying off to even have the opportunity to be drafted. That's major. Everyone has to allow him to fill out and find his way in the NBA. Do I think some teams are going to pick him up? Yes. Somebody's going to draft him because, like I said before, the NBA is marketing. You get Bronny James, that's LeBron James' son. Initially, depending on how he plays, the first couple years, if wherever he plays, people are going to want to come out and see him because that's Bronny James, and also it increases the probability of possibly having Bronny James and LeBron James to team up. Because if LeBron mentioned that there's a possibility for him to play with his son, and he said that's something that he wants to do. So NBA teams are looking at that as an opportunity to get LeBron James. Do these NBA teams want to win championships? Yes, but ultimately these NBA teams want to make money. Everyone wants to make money. It's the bottom line. Do you think an NBA team would take an empty arena in a championship? No, they would rather have a full arena that's packed every year. Team makes the playoffs. Their team is competitive, because the NBA championship, it doesn't always equate to dollars. It doesn't, So these NBA teams, they want to make money, and getting Bronny has an opportunity for them to get LeBron James. But just to speak a little bit about Bronny, a few things that kind of stuck out to me. I'm not sure how this was a mistake and how they missed this, but in college he was listed as 6'4". I don't know if this was with shoes on, shoes off. Maybe my staff might got to do some more research into this, but he was listed as 6'4" in college, and then the NBA listed him as 6'1.5" without shoes. He had a pretty fair outing as far as his play. He was 19 from 25, 19 out of 25 on a 3-point drill, which is about 76%. His leaping ability is through the roof. I think he's going to be, as you can see, he's very athletic. So I think he's going to have an opportunity to play somewhere. I don't know if that equates to him having a starting role due to his size, because the point guard position is a difficult position to play. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do a lot as a point guard. So I don't know with his development, what team's plan is for him. But it seems like he has to develop a more of a ability to kind of handle the ball and run the offense. So I don't know if he's able to do that as of yet. But I believe that he has the potential, because for one, he has his father. I'm pretty sure he has the best coaches, the best staff around him to give him the best opportunity. And he seems like a child who shows that he's dedicated. He shows that he's willing to sacrifice to put his career in the best position possible. So we have to see what happens with him. I wish Bronny the best. I know his family is hella happy for him. Everyone is in full support of him, and I'm going to support him as well. So my advice to you, Bronny, would be to go out and continue to put your best foot forward. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to push yourself, and don't let the pressure of who your father is become pressure for you, because people are going to try to put that pressure on you already, but don't put that pressure on yourself. Everyone's going to look at you like, well, your father's LeBron James, and your father's this, your father's accomplished this, your father's accomplished that. So a lot of people are going to try and put that pressure on you, already. So don't put it on yourself and try to compare yourself to your father in any way. Be your own man. Of course, take from your father. Take the things that your father's done really good. And if you look at your father's, one of the main things that I see that helped your father with his longevity, and he mentioned it, is he sacrificed. He sacrificed a lot. He even mentioned to the point that he sacrificed his family in a lot of ways. So you got to sacrifice if you want to be great. You have to. Everybody has to do it at some point. I sacrifice. My staff sacrifices. We all sacrifice time. Sleep. We're up in the morning. We have our obligations, and then we have to get to work, and we have to be here. So, everyone has to sacrifice something at some point. But just make sure that your sacrifices are not, you're not sacrificing your time for things other than obtaining your goals in life. So, I look forward to seeing what happened with Bronny. In my prediction, I think that he'll go somewhere in the second round of the draft. I don't know what pick. I don't know anything like that. This draft to me is actually a weak draft. Honestly, just looking at the players, like I said before, there's a lot of international players. The league is being taken over by the international players. They are really coming into the NBA, and they're actually showing that their ability. They're actually showing that they are more polished. Just look at the skill level. Just the basic fundamentals these players have. So Bronny seems like he's fundamentally sound. So we just have to see what happens. I wish Bronny the best. And like I said, Bronny, don't let the pressure of your the pressure or the hype of people putting the pressure on you, trying to compare you to your father. Take the opportunity and just be your own man. Find your own way. I heard you mention a lot of that in the press conference. Continue on that path. But also, like I said, which is very, very important, that you do have your father, you do have your mother. Listen to your father and your mother. Pay attention to what they say, because they have their best interests at heart more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Your father loves you, your mother loves you. Everyone else, even myself, I'm just a person that's looking into the situation. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. I don't know you or your family, but just stick to the people that are around you, like your father, your mother, your siblings, and stay focused, man. And stay humble. Stay humble. You're already rich.